How's it going, everybody? This is Seer here, and today we're going to be going over the kit reveal for Blue Marvel, the next quote-unquote chase character. Now, he's not a mythic character, but he is epic, and just kind of going over his kit as a quick glance, he basically is a mythic character without the tag, in my opinion. He's pretty ridiculous. I think this is going to cause more people to really push on those ISO 8 leaderboards. So let's go ahead and take a look so that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about with this guy. So Blue Marvel, he's a titan of power who refuses to fall, and his legacy is set to begin in Marvel Strike Force. Blue Marvel lands in battle soon, and his abilities will transform the battlefield and give theory crafters the opportunity to create truly frightening squads that will test the savvy of opponents. Check out our recent Target Blue Marvel blog. This was the blog that was talking about the requirements, where it's the what's a Conqueror's tag, then it's the non-mythic city, global, cosmic type of things that's on there. For all the details on how to unlock Blue Marvel, including outfitting characters with the new levels of purple ISO 8. Here's your primer on Blue Marvel. So he is a multi-game mode titan. Blue Marvel is a plug-and-play powerhouse whose might transcends game modes. He can lead the charge on offense, but he features several perks on defense that make him and his squad of allies an antimatter-fueled wall. Yeah, a lot of his kit, when I was kind of doing a quick review on it, it does have certain callouts on defense, mainly for the targeting portion, which is pretty big to try to keep the defensive strong, whether that's in War, Cosmic Crucible, or wherever. Attacks that leave a mark. All of Blue Marvel's attacks ignore defense up and reduce the duration of safeguard and immunity. This is what I'm talking about. This is massive. All of his abilities do this, which is insane. His basic and passive both reduce the max health of his target. While his special can't be blocked or dodged, his ultimate is unavoidable. So these are very big keys that he really provides. Increasing strength. Blue Marvel also gets stronger with each turn that he and his enemies take. On each of Blue Marvel's turns, he gains damage and resistance up to a maximum of 75%. This is basically when he takes 5 turns, he's going to top out his abilities on there. And at the end of an enemy's turn, so basically 5 of the enemy's turn, he's going to have an 80% increase to his speed and armor. He is incredible. And like I said, this right here really launches him more into a mythic tag without having the tag itself. And the good thing about not having that mythic tag means that you can use them in a lot of game modes where they have those requirements where it says non-mythic on them, and you can really use them in those game modes, which is really cool. Now, as far as the epics, I know there's a lot of confusion as far as, hey, he has an epic tag. That probably means he's going to be a limited time character. That's not the case. This is a game mode that's going to stay there, and it's just going to be a chase type of thing, just like Odin, just like Xavier and stuff like that. So this is actually a huge win for the community, in my opinion. Now, as far as built to endure, born to defend. When Blue Marvel features special targeting and abilities while on defense that'll make your opponent or opposition think he's indestructible. While on defense, his special targets the enemy with the least speed bar, ignoring taunt and stealth. His ultimate turns into attack all if an enemy has charge, and on spawn he gains speed bar if an enemy has charge. So yeah, enemies that have charge, like say Mephisto, Ms. Marvel Classic, a lot of enemies do spawn in with charge. You're just giving them free turn meter when that happens. And although his sustain isn't locked to defense, Blue Marvel is tough to eliminate in battle. He heals and buries himself each turn, but also healing himself per negative effect cleared after an enemy's turn. Now, you kind of know how Xavier works, to where if he doesn't have the exhaust mechanic, anybody use an ultimate, he heals. That's not going to happen. This speed basically means if there's a negative effect on him, he's going to clear it and then he's going to heal off it. So it's pretty nasty, and that's on the enemy's turn that you see right here. Now you can see right here he has a speed of 132, which is phenomenal. He is a hero, cosmic, bio controller, and epic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kit on here. For the basic antimatter assault, reduce the duration of safeguard on primary target by 2, which is a very good number for basic. And yeah, just by reducing that by 2, it doesn't look like that's going to be on the ISO attack either. Just kind of taking a quick glance down there. Attack the primary target for 300% piercing plus flip 3 random positive effects. This damage reduces the max health of the target by the same amount. Kind of like the Mephisto damage that he does, how it's permanent damage. That's what this is doing. And it's piercing, which is really good. On defense, if this attack targets the enemy with the highest max health instead of the primary target, ignoring taunt and stealth. So yeah, when he's on defense, he's going for the highest health enemies instead of a primary target. This attack ignores defense up. It cannot be blocked. The ISO assist for this: attack the target for 225% piercing plus 17% piercing. I don't know why they broke it up, but that's 142% piercing plus 3 random negative effects. This damage reduces the max health of the target by the same amount. This attack ignores defense up and cannot be blocked. The fact it's flipping 3 random positive effects and his abilities, you can start with them turn 1. I do think Striker is going to be really good for him, especially how this is piercing and it reduces the max health. So I'm going to be looking at Striker for this character right now. Special Cosmic Battery, energy cost 4/4. Gain offense up for 2 turns. Reduce the duration of safeguard and immunity on primary and adjacent by 2, plus apply slow for 2 turns to the primary and adjacent targets. Apply the opposites of all positive effects on this character to the primary target. So if he has something like disrupt, disrupt, or if immunity, that would put disrupt on the enemy side. If you have bleed, it's going to do regen, that whole type of thing. So, well, regen into bleed. Offense up into offense down. There we go. I got it. All right. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 380% piercing. Deal plus 5% of this character's max health as damage. Transfer all negative effects on the primary target to each adjacent target. On defense, this attack targets the enemy with the least speed bar instead of the primary target. Ignoring taunt and stealth, this attack ignores defense up and cannot be dodged. So here you can kind of see when he's on defense, he's going for the character with the least speed bar, and all those negative effects are going to be going to that target as well. Pretty good damage, 380% plus 5%. This character's max health, new stats, post legendary type of thing. So it's going to get that extra bump as well. Really, really good, strong special. But he also can start with the ultimate. So you can either start with the ultimate or the special for this character. Dark Matter Destruction 6/6. Reduce the duration of safeguard and immunity on the primary and adjacent by 2. And apply defense down for 2 turns. Attack the primary and adjacent targets for 400% piercing. Flip all positive effects on each target and apply disrupt for 2 turns and trauma. This is in every game mode as well. So a turn 1 with 132 speed, getting trauma disrupt out there and flipping those positive effects. If they have safeguard immunity, that's being reduced. Very powerful turn 1 ability. Flip charge on each target to bleed as well. And this is where I was talking about how this is on all targets, not just that primary and adjacent. On defense, if any enemy has charge, this attack targets all enemies instead. This attack ignores defense up, it's unavoidable, and cannot be blocked. So really powerful special and ultimate that you can see on here. The cooldown's not bad either. 6/6 and a 4/4 really isn't too terrible. Now for the passive, this thing here is a novel. So let's go ahead and read this. So Man of Marvels. On spawn, he's going to be gaining defense up for 2 turns. Bury yourself for 30% of this character's max health. Which, remember, the max barrier you can get is going to be 30% of your max health, unless you have something like Fortifier or this other abilities on kits that increase the max barrier you can get. So he's basically getting a max barrier on spawn. If this character's on defense and any enemy has charge, build the speed bar by 50%. So he's 132 speed, divide that by 2, takes it out to about 165.5, I believe, is what that would end up being. Or 65. Yeah, 65 and a half, I believe. Plus so the math. We'll go ahead and ignore that part, but it's a lot of speed. It's basically having a speed up on him. On turn, heal self for 20% of max health and bury yourself for 15% of this character's max health. and that's on turn. He's also going to be gaining that 15% damage, 15% resistance, up to a maximum of 75%. So like I said, every time he takes a turn with that extra speed, especially if there's the charge out there, getting that turn meter, he's going to be ramping up very quickly. Now on the enemy turn end, this is really cool. Reduce all negative effects on self by 2. If any negative effect was cleared, heal self for 5% per negative effect cleared. Then he's going to be gaining that 20% speed, 20% armor, up to a maximum of 80. Now, the double-sided thing of him having the epic tag and not the mythic tag means that characters like Emma Frost X-Men can shut him down. So you're going to have to be careful about that. If you have him on defense, that she is going to be a counter for him, along with that Fantastic Four. When an enemy kills an ally, or on defense, when an enemy becomes empowered, attack the enemy for 300% piercing. This attack ignores defense up, it's unavoidable, and the damage reduces the max health of the target by the same amount. So anytime an enemy kills an ally, you're going to be doing 300% piercing to them. It doesn't say this is going to be working on the minions as well. So like say you put Hella with them and they keep killing Greg, I don't know if he's going to be doing the attack back because it doesn't say non-summoned ally on here. That is something I am really curious about. Until this character completes a turn, this character cannot gain stun. The speed and focus of this character and all allies can only be reduced by negative effects, meaning OGM is not going to be shutting them down. Gain 25% max barrier and 25% drain as well. So very powerful kit. Now, as far as what this could end up doing if you have them on the defensive side, it doesn't say here as far as these buffs goes, where it's the damage, resistance, speed, armor, that it's going to carry over or it's not going to carry over, because sometimes it will put something in there where it's going to be the first time this character or the start of battle type of thing, and it's battle to battle. So I don't know if you end up doing a burn attack into him, he takes his full 5 turns, if he's going to have that 75% to damage resistance, 80% to speed armor. I would like clarification on that part. If that's the case, I think they need to put something on him where it's if he's not exhausted or too exhausted type of thing, because with these stats, the new stats and the passive boost right here, that could be very dangerous if he's on the defensive side of things and he doesn't get killed off. So I am worried about that part. But overall, I really like his kit. They did really good justice to Blue Marvel. I know a lot of people are very excited for him because of the whole representation. People that really look up to Blue Marvel as a character, they got a huge winner. So I'm really excited for him. As far as what I'll be doing in game, I think I'm going to be doing what I did a little bit last time. I might spend a little bit here and there on the leaderboards just to get that slight bump, so I get him earlier, because he looks really busted, and I'm personally excited to test him out, see how he works and everything. But let me know what you guys think about Blue Marvel. Do you think he's worthy of the epic tag? Maybe he should have had the mythic tag. What part of his kits are you kind of worried about? Because the passive itself right down here, this is going to be insane depending on how this ends up working. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have one for the rest of the day.